Welcome to this lesson on nested brackets. Today in the learning agenda, we're going to go through the types of brackets and the stages that we use them. We'll do some sample problems. I only have one common student error, so that's good. Some practice problems, and of course the key idea is to remember. It's a short one. Let's start. As discussed in previous lessons, the first step of order of operations is parentheses or brackets. So let's talk about brackets. Sometimes in math, we have equations and expressions that require multiple steps, and so we use different stages of brackets to organize them. Our first stage of brackets are the round brackets, also known as parentheses. If we had 3 plus 1 and we wanted to multiply it all by 2, we would use those brackets first. If we wanted to add another step or layer to our expression, we would then go to the next stage of brackets, which are called the square brackets, or generally just brackets. So in this case, we'll take the whole expression and we'll cube it. If we now wanted to multiply this whole expression by 4, we would use the final stage of brackets, which are called the curly brackets or braces, which both names are obviously super adorable. Let's do a sample problem together to practice using these brackets. Our first sample problem has 2 sets of parentheses, and then the entire expression is squared using square brackets. When we're calculating nested brackets like this, and nested means like buried into one another, we're going to start with the middle and the smallest brackets and then work our way out to the big ones. So I'm going to look over here and I have 3 multiplied by 4 plus 5, so that equals 9. And then I'm going to subtract. And then I'm going to do this next calculation at the same time to reduce the number of steps that I take. So that's 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to put the whole square brackets again and then square it. All right, next step, equal sign, of course. An important part of solving multi-step expressions is looking forward. So I'm looking at this stage right now, and I know that once I calculate 3 times 9, I'm not going to have any more round brackets. So I'm going to reduce my square brackets to round brackets. Like I'm kind of like demoting the situation here. So I'm going to start this next line with equals and then use my rounded brackets or my parentheses and then put 27 because 3 times 9 is 27. Subtract my 12, close that bracket, square it again. So now I have 27 minus 12. That equals 15. This is a personal choice now. I'm going to put my 15 in brackets because, as we've discussed in the past, my writing is terrible and it's a habit because otherwise this will 100% look like 152 if I write this by hand. So the brackets keep it clean for me, and that way I know that it's 15 and then the exponent 2. And my last step, I square 15. So it equals 225. I hope that was helpful. Let's do one more. This next question here, it's got a lot of brackets. That's okay. It gets fun once you get good at this. So let's start. Again, we're going to start in the middle and then work our way out to the larger brackets. So I'm going to scan this and I'm seeing that we are going to go with these little brackets here. So we got to write all the unfinished work. So we have equals 2 curly brackets, 5 square brackets. I'm going to leave the 7 there because a lot of you all have to remember we're doing the brackets first. 7 plus 4 multiplied by 17 minus 9, which is 8. And then I'm going to leave the 22 and I'm going to close all my brackets. Close the square, close the curly. All right, next step. We have equals. And now I'm going to scan over. And I know that I have to do the 4 times 8 before I do the 7 plus 4 because we talked about this in a previous video. And that's a common error. Don't add the 7 and 4. I know you want to. We're doing multiplication before addition. So I'm going to write my steps out. I'm going to write 2 curly bracket, 5 square bracket, 7 plus the 32 because 4 times 8 is 32. Subtract my 22, and then close my brackets again. So square bracket, curly bracket. I'm looking at this step here, and I'm noticing that I really could have reduced all of my brackets, but I don't know. I just didn't notice, so I'm going to reduce them now. So now I have equals 2, and I'm going to change that curly bracket to a square bracket because we're demoting things. And then I'm going to do 5 times the sum of all of these things here. So 7 plus 32 minus 22 equals 17. So I'll close that round bracket now, and I'll close my square bracket. And then we're getting there. We're close. Next step, we have equals, and then I'm going to do 2 multiplied by the 5 times 17. And again, I'm going to demote my brackets because I know once I finish the 5 times 17, I won't have any more parentheses. So I'm going to do that right now. So 2 round bracket 85. And my last step is to multiply 2 times 85, which is 170. Look at us. Well done. I think I was talking a little fast there, but hopefully you kept up. Let's do the 1. Common student errors. With this error, I ChatGPT'd what it's called because I didn't know what the error is called. And even ChatGPT simply stated there's no real formal term for it. So it called it flattening nested brackets. I've been calling it demoting, and so I'm going to call it the same. Any of these terms. So when you don't flatten your nested brackets is a common student error. And it's not even really an error. It's just like a etiquette mishap. So what I'm talking about here is if we have an expression like this, and I just used obviously 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As we showed in the last examples, you kind of flatten your brackets out. So you change your curly brackets into square brackets and your square brackets into parentheses as you slowly work down. I'll show you. So as I'm solving this, I'm going to reduce down. No real steadfast rule. Like technically, I guess you could be really hyper-focused on it and really know when. But at some point, you need to start reducing the brackets. And you'll eventually end up with just your rounded brackets or parentheses. You're never going to end up with an answer like this with 5 curly brackets, 36 at the end. It's just, it's mathematically ugly. Not really an error. Obviously, the math works out. It's a math expectation that you should know and get accustomed to and start doing. Flattening our brackets. As always, feel free to pause the video and solve on your own when you see the symbol come up in the corner of the screen. Let's do our first problem. We'll start with our internal brackets and then calculate our way out. As always, equals and our unfinished work. So 3, curly bracket, 2, square bracket, 6 plus 4. And then we got there, the internal bracket. So 7 plus 3 is 10. And then we finish off the rest of the unfinished work. So minus 2, square bracket, curly bracket, first step, done. Next step, again, unfinished work, 3, curly bracket, 2, square bracket. And then we are not going to add 6 plus 4 because we've learned that mistake. And we're going to do the 4 plus 10 first. So we have 6 plus 40 minus 2, and then closing up all our brackets again. Next step, 3. And this is where we're going to start thinking about folding down our brackets. And I'm going to do, too late, I already did the curly brackets. So I'll just carry on. But this time, I'll do 2 multiplied by 44 in our round brackets, and I'll close it with a curly bracket. And my last step will be 3 times 88, which equals 264. I hope you got the right answer. Next question. That's a big one. That's okay. Let's do it. I'm excited. So again, we'll start with the internal brackets, and I'm just going to start doing the unfinished business until I get to the little one in the middle there. So I have equals, curly brackets, 10, square bracket, 6 plus 2, 17 minus 8 is 9, plus 12, close the square bracket. This is where you have to be careful because we're going to close the square bracket, but the minus 200 is like in between the square and the curly. And then at the end there, we're going to square it. So just be careful that you're putting the right numbers into the right brackets. Next step, curly bracket, 10, and then square bracket, and we'll add up all the stuff in there. So we have 6 plus 2 times 9 is 18 plus 12. Close that bracket, minus 200, close the curly bracket, square it. Next step, I'm going to start folding my brackets down because I know that the curly aren't really necessary anymore. So I'll do square bracket 10 multiplied by 36, which is the sum of 6 plus 18 plus 12. And then minus 200, close the square bracket, square it. Next step, I'm going to do the 10 times the 36. So 360 minus the 200, all squared. And then I have 160 squared, which brings me 25,600. Let's go over the key ideas to remember. Our key ideas from this lesson are work your way out from internal brackets, which are usually the round ones, to the square and then the curly brackets. And our last key idea is to remember to flatten or fold or demote, whatever name we want to call it, that process of going from your large curly brackets to your square brackets to your parentheses as you're solving your expression. I hope it was fun. Let's go practice.